Good morning, this is Dawson here fishing with Squirrel, and we are getting ready to venture to Lake Tugaloo. We're gonna go right down Bull Sluice Road, 3.9 miles down the gravel road. So here we go, on the way to our adventure. Hang with us, you're gonna see one of the most beautiful lakes in South Carolina. Well, I'm at the parking lot of the only ramp on this just shy of 600-acre lake. This lake is completely surrounded by national forest on both sides, the Georgia side and of course right here where we're standing on the South Carolina side. So very small parking lot. Limited spaces to park. It's my second trip down here. I made it on the weekend and the parking lot was full. There's nobody here during the week, or this is actually on a Wednesday. But you can see there's a restroom area right there, and then the ramp that goes down. And we are surrounded by mountains, and we've got this whole lake to ourselves this morning, and we're going to enjoy it. We're going to explore it. So come along with Fishing with Squirrel. Let's get it done. Okay, so we're first outing on Lake Tugaloo. So I'm leaving the boat ramp. It's a nice take in and take out place. I just fired the graph up. I was talking to a gentleman. He was saying that there were 7 or 8 campsites on this lake. You can stay for 14 days because it's national forest, so he's coming up here to camp. I saw 2 other boats on the lake as I was getting ready to launch. And right now I'm just turning my graph on for the first time. And I'll let you see what I see. So right now we are about 40 feet of water and dropping down. This lake gets to about 170 feet deep. There's a lay down. There's some fish. You see the fish that are right here. There they are on 2D. So this lake is surrounded by national forest. It is Georgia on one side and South Carolina on the other side. The Tallulah River dumps in on the Georgia side on down, and the Chattooga River is right on up in this direction here, the direction that we're going. The Chattooga River dumps into this lake. It's a raft takeout point for the Class 4 rapids, which is known as some of the deadliest rapids in the U.S. It's a Bull Sluice. That's a set of rapids that they're about 5 miles above this lake right here. We're easing on up and around this S-bend. There's a lot of bubbles coming off the bottom. It's still kind of smooth up in here, but definitely quiet. Cold coffee with a little bit of creamer, no sugar. But it doesn't get any better than this. It is a lot better than working. Let's throw a 1-inch gulp minnow on and catch some bait fish, shall we? There we go. First fish in Tugaloo. Let's see what we got. Nice bluegill. Oh, that was bait too. I needed that. Man, oh man. All right, we'll go get it again. I've got another beautiful little creek right here I wanted to show you. You can see coming in, just running around this big rock around both sides, and I'm in here trying to catch a few bluegill. But it is definitely secluded and just a beautiful place. Looks like bear country. I'm just gonna work around through here. See if I can pick off a gill. I lost a good one. There we go. Come on. Oh yeah, I just got to get him in. Woo! That was a good one. That one right there is a good one. Look at that, folks. I got another one on. See what we got. Another nice bluegill. Let's see if we can get him in the boat. There we go. That's a pretty fish. I'm gonna do one or two more casts. And if I could get one more of that size, I could get me some. I could float down through here and see if I can't catch a white catfish. It's supposed to be on this lake. There we go. There's the bump. Couldn't take it. There's another bump. Right there. There you go. I got you. There we go again. Those are good size, perfect bait size gills. Whoop, 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 whoop. Don't go in my Mirage Drive. You get out, you're gone. Oh, 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 oh. We got him. There we go. And that's a save. All right, that'll do it. And that broke me off right there, but I got my jig back. Got all this mountain laurel. Look how beautiful it is. You gotta love it, folks. This is a place that is, even right here in the upstate of South Carolina, just a seclusion, no houses. The amount of growth that is around this lake. I think I just lost a rod. And here's the boat ramp on the Georgia side. I was talking to somebody who has actually put in at this ramp before, and they said it's pretty steep, actually getting down to the ramp. And he was saying that you needed a four-wheel drive vehicle to be able to access this ramp, but there's clearly a truck up there with a trailer that has got in here, so Anyway, if you're trying to access Tugaloo Lake and the South Carolina side happens to be full, there is a ramp over on the Georgia side with a small little wooden dock. And right back there was the boat ramp, or the Georgia boat ramp, coming out the main part of the lake. And you can see all the way down there is the dam. It drops back down, and down below that would be Lake Yona. So this has been a heck of a day. I'll be back up here again to try to catch a catfish. Got a couple of bluegill, lost a rod in the process, forgot my bait at home. Fished for that rod for about 2 hours, gave up, snapped off a treble hook that I had. Went riding all the way up, well, not all the way up, but up towards where the river, where the rafters come out of the river. Came back by and thought I would give it another shot. Tied on another jig head and a treble hook. Went back on my GoPro footage to see kind of exactly where I was. And then I made some casts and ended up getting my little red rod just down there on the floor. So I ended up saving my rod, but I didn't get the catfish. So I'm going to come back up here again with bait. That way I don't have to bait fish first thing in the morning, because it was definitely a beautiful morning, but the wind has picked up. The lake is a little bit busier than what I thought it would be, especially for a Wednesday when there was nobody here when I first got here. And then the rafters started coming in. That's the takeout point at the South Carolina side. And then there's a couple of people out here fishing, but no big boats. I know it's a 20 horsepower maximum on the South Carolina side. There's a guy I met at the boat ramp, and he was telling me it's a 25 horsepower if your boat's registered in Georgia on the Georgia side. You can fish this lake with a South Carolina or a Georgia license. So that's something to keep in mind, but it would be a nice place to come up and camp for 2 or 3 days and be set up to fish. If you like to bass fish, there's there's yellow perch in this lake, there's walleye in this lake, trout, caught some nice sized bluegill, 3 until I lost my rod. And that kind of cut this one short, but guys, I hope you get out of this trip just show you just a lake in South Carolina, one that I don't live but about an hour and a half from. It is all the way at the western portion of the tip of South Carolina and Georgia, and the river and this lake split the 2 states. It's a beautiful little secluded hideaway. No houses on it, no businesses on it. I did manage to see 1 bald eagle. I didn't get the GoPro on to get it, but I think it would have been too far away to get a shot with this GoPro not zooming in anyway. But definitely for wildlife, you know, there's bear and deer and about everything that you could ask for. You know, if you're a kayaker or you got a John boat or a small little boat and you would like a nice secluded getaway from the wake boaters, pleasure boaters in the heat of the summer, this is the place to come, because the only boats you're going to see is occasional fishermen and the boats that go up to get the rafts as the rafts come down the river, and they may make 3 or 4 hauls, and that's going to be about it. So again, I've enjoyed it, and I'll be back. God bless, have a good one, and if you like this video, click on this one over here, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.